Hello, ladies and gentlemen in the television world and the radio world, the people with ears and eyes and noses and breathing in and out. Welcome to the swift and sweet sounds of what you're listening to right now. I would suggest that you go into your fridge and you find a delectable meal for yourself and you smother as much of it as you can over a loved one or a child or a pet that you may have in the house, and tune them in and tune out the rest of what you know as we take you on a ride through space, time, energy fields, electromagnetic fields, a woman's bosom, a man's chest, an old shipworker's butthole, and we follow you as you follow us, and we follow each other up and down the mountainside. For God bless America, my sweet, are you the mountain range?
LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm trees grow, the rents are low, but you know I keep thinking about making my way back. I'm New York City born and raised, but nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I said to no one there.
No one was there.
And no one heard at all night, even the chair.
Not even the chair had heard it.
I cried. Said I. And I am lost and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Good to be here.
Yes, that was magical, Gus.
Good to see my old friend again. Suntune. It has been years.
It's always a pleasure to lay eyes upon you.
Yeah, great. We'll just keep a little bit going in the background for us, you know?
It's always good to have a tune hummed in the background of the space that you're in.
So have
you ever been to a Chinese restaurant?
I love Chinese restaurants.
Oh, yeah?
One of my favorite. Quick question for you, though, my friend.
Sure.
Have you ever read about a frog who dreamed of being a king
I don't know that I have.
and then became one?
I don't know. What a fable
Well,
that
except
sounds
for the
like.
names and a few other changes. When you're talking about me, the story's the same one. I got an emptiness deep inside, and I've tried to don't let it go.
An emptiness.
I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never count for the sound of being alone. I said,
He said it.
to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair.
What a shame for the chair.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Always a delicious meal for my vision to be around you.
Well, it's good to be here. We are hosting live. We are hosting the Rad Dudecast episode something. I don't know. I don't listen to this fucking shit.
I think this is the first one.
Episode 1.
I think this is.
RDC 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here. My name is, well, call me Uncle Gus. Old Uncle Gus Dakota. And I'm here with my good friend, soul brother, my man in arms, Suntune.
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 Yes.
The sweetest man of all men.
Well, I can't claim to take the trophy for that, but I thank you for it.
My cry. Said I, and I am lost, and I can't even say why.
I wonder why.
I am scared.
You never know why a boy is lost.
I cried.
Perhaps it's the parents.
I am.
Perhaps it's the education system. Perhaps it's the weather.
I am, you said it. That is a lovely one, written by the one and only Neil Diamond.
Yo.
Bless his heart.
Yes.
His rolling heart, his rolling soul.
Oh, it's a shame his passing.
Well, I don't think he died, actually, Suntune. I think he's actually still alive.
In the papers, they say that?
Yeah, I don't believe that Neil. I don't think that they're putting in the newspaper that Neil Diamond is still alive. I think that he's just still alive, and you just accept that, and then hopefully,
Why not?
when he passes, they'll do a new article.
They should tell us, though, that he's still here.
I guess they should. I mean, I would love a Neil Diamond update.
How will we know?
I mean, there's something of assumptions. You just assume that he is still alive.
But I don't know him, so I wouldn't know.
Well, maybe we could set something up for you. Maybe like a Neil Diamond reminder.
That would be good.
Neil, still kicking. Your
Good.
Twitter page, is
Yes.
Neil still alive? And every day they tweet.
Every day I'd like information about it.
Yes.
Maybe we could talk to a family member or something.
Oh, like a Sister Diamond.
A Lady Diamond, sure.
Oh God.
Any viable means of letting me know, because I have no means of finding the man.
It's hard to argue with you. Again,
Well.
you're like an egg, but you're always frying.
The egg sound.
Oh. Yes. The sound of the egg. The old wonderful eggy.
What's your favorite way to ingest an egg?
Well, I gotta go old school.
Mhm.
I gotta go old school on this one. I like to cook it up, fry it up. I like a fried egg. I like to, flip her up. I like a little juice. I want it to run. I want to bite into it and let its cravings drip upon my mouth. What are you?
What a scene you've presented. I like to swallow the egg like a snake.
So you liked it like whole egg?
Like a whole egg. Have you ever seen a snake eat?
Yeah, they just kind of grab on and they just swallow it
Yes,
whole.
They take it whole, which is what I do with an egg. I do it live at the grocery store.
You do it live?
I do it live at the grocery store.
Get me into this.
I take an egg out of the carton
Uh-huh.
and I whomp it in. And they will often say, "You have to leave." And I'll say, "Be it as it may, that is your wish. I shall go."
I love a tale from you, son. I know that every Thursday you do tend to disappear for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You say you're going grocery shopping. You
Mhm.
come back, no bags in hand. And I just figure you're doing about your day. You're going about your dilly-dallies and you either forgot. But is this what you're doing?
I don't quite get it. If the food is there, I am there with an open mouth and a wide eye. Why I'm not allowed to eat it there?
Let me ask you a question. This is great. Any other things
Shoot at me.
in the grocery store? What else are you getting at? What else are you usually? Is it just eggs?
I'll do a whole meal there, if they allow it. But I have to be fast, and I don't like to do that.
Yeah, and you don't want to be pressured.
No. My pressure days are over.
What's a Suntune meal?
I eat a whole egg from the carton, and then I will drink as much milk as my precious little body will allow.
Milk and eggs. Milk and eggs is a classic American breakfast. That is a whole egg. You just, like a snake.
A whole egg, because it's tough to get it down dry. So I will drink
Guzzle a gallon of milk.
as much milk as I can, as fast as I can, to comb the egg through my body.
To comb it through.
And then by that time, the cops have arrived.
The police come.
Usually, because...
What are you doing? You're not paying for this stuff?
Well, I will pay at the end. I tell them that as I'm screaming that. They go, get on the ground. And I go, I'm paying at the end.
And I don't understand
Paying at
what
the
they have a
end,
problem.
Sergeant.
Paying at the end. And the
Paying
cops
at the
come in.
end.
On the goddamn floor. You dirty fucking whatever you are. Because no one can tell your race.
Yes.
You're an ambiguously raced man.
Yes. Often, lots of ambiguity surrounding me.
Yes.
A cloud of ink, much like a squid moves through the ocean.
Now, a lot of you, maybe we should introduce ourselves and who we... My name is Gus Dakota. Legend has it... Well, it's a legend I tell people. But this is my friend Suntune.
Mm-hmm.
We met years ago in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
The great coup.
Yes, the war on Bali.
I was in a Hummer. I was in the Hummer.
As well.
Shit. We have not been recording.
That sounds about right.
But anyway, tell me of this. So how we met. How did I meet old Suntune? A lot of people like to ask that question. They say, how did the two greatest karaoke legends meet up?
Yes.
How did these two men who've traveled the world together and
How
they've
did it
seen
happen?
every bar, every in, every out?
Mm-hmm.
How did they meet? Well, it was when I was serving. I was serving in the war in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
The great coup.
Mm.
I remember my men that all been blown to smithereens.
Oh, no.
Every one of them dead before my eyes. What was I going to do?
Oh,
I don't surrender. When that black abyss of death stares in my eyes, I look back at it and I say, you're a bitch, you bitch. You rolled with the wrong devil, you son of the wrong daddy. I'm coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I jumped back in that Hummer and I just, for it.
Mm.
Traveling through gunfire and
Pedal to the
explosions, and there she was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking I'm free. Free as the wind.
Yes.
What was I?
I don't know, you tell me.
I mean, you were also there, but
Sure, but...
I remember. Some folks were born to wave the flag. Who there? What can that you?
Red, white, and blue.
This is... And I remember... My explosion overturns the Hummer, flipping upon flip. My arms are flapping around like a rag doll. My legs are where my feet are. My bullets are ripping through my stomach. My stomach is out. It's in my mouth.
Hold on,
and
my food is here.
And yes, and what am I supposed to do? I remember the window glass smashed in my eyes, and there's a piece of glass in my tear ducts. And I count myself as dead. I say, I am dead. There's nothing left that a human can do. There's no more survival. I'm about to be engulfed by the flames. The fires are ripping up, and I say, okay, death, you won this round. You won this round. Take me. And then I see a little hand, the hand of the great Kukumachu, I think.
Oh, those are my hands.
But it was not.
Little nimble fingers.
It was the nimble fingers of Suntune.
Fresh off my...
Grabs me by my head,
Mm.
pulls me from the Hummer,
Yes.
stuffs my abdomen back into my abdomen,
The only way I could.
sewed all my toes back on,
Yes, one by one.
brought me to what I think was a village.
I don't know if it was so much a village as it was a gathering of men and women under shelter.
They were. That's what they were. They were something. And I looked at him and I said, you saved my life.
Yeah, I said, well, okay. I don't know. I guess I did. I was just a young boy dancing at the pharmacy.
The pharmacy dance.
Yes.
That's what I love about Bali.
Yes.
They have pharmacy dancers.
Absolutely.
You'd think when you're online and it's a long line and you're waiting for your drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish I could be
You
entertained.
need some entertainment.
Tell
And
me.
that's when I would come in.
Tell me about it.
Swishing my body round and round and round. My shoulders jutting in and out. In and out. Yes. Oh, good. Yes, this is one of my favorite songs to dance to. And I wrap myself like a sexual spider around the last person in line. I've got you in my clutches now. I rip my hands through you until they travel down, these pesky devils, these 10 monsters of mine that I call my fingers, travel into your pockets. And I rip your wallet from you, and I take it out. And one by one, I look at your pictures, and I look at me, and I look at you, and I go, imagine the life we could have had together. And then I stuff your wallet into your own mouth, and one by one, I go down the line till I get to the front, and then that was my day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
And this was one of my that was one of my favorites. King Kukamaku.
King Kamaku. This is who this is, yes.
Do you know what he's saying right there?
No, I'd love to know.
He's saying, you are your mother, you are your brother, but you are no one.
Well, that's kind of deep.
Yes.
You are yourself, but you're also
exactly,
nothing.
So you're nothing. And now, do you know what he's doing here?
No.
This is a recipe.
A recipe?
It's a recipe.
So you are not
boiled soup.
And a boiled soup recipe.
Mm-hmm.
What's in that boiled soup? I'd love to know.
Soup.
Just soup.
Yes. Bali, we don't have fancy things such as meats and such. It's soup is soup, and a meal is a meal, and a drink is a drink. There's nothing to order.
You say...
You go to a restaurant and you go, I'd like soup and a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll give you a cup and a bowl.
I'll have soup and a drink,
Mm-hmm.
and a cup and a bowl.
That's what was so exciting about coming here to the States, was that you have food beyond that.
Yeah, we have choices.
Yes,
It's not
choices.
just a cup and a bowl of...
You would go, I'd like a chicken soup. And you wouldn't just go, I'd like a soup.
Oh, yeah, well, of course, that's what we call it America.
Yes. The land of luxury, the home of the Grand Canyon.
Yes. I love the Grand Canyon. Well, that actually reminds me of...
Speaking of food, I've ordered Chinese for myself.
Yeah, that's great. How you liking America so far? You've been here for a few years.
That's good. I've gone to a couple ball games.
Yes.
No, it's very good. I like the legal system here. It's very different.
Mm.
It's very different than in Bali. It's a kangaroo court.
Yes, actually.
Actual kangaroos.
Actual, of course,
Actual kangaroos come out and tell you the fate of your life.
That's a weird system.
It's not great.
I will say,
But
though.
here, it's so much more civilized. Men wear suits. The women wear skirts. And one by one, they talk to each other until it is revealed whether the perpetrator is guilty or innocent. Whereas in Bali, a kangaroo comes out, and depending on or if he eats a piece of bark, your life is in shambles or you're back to the mansion.
Keep going. Tell me more of
Bali?
Bali
Sure,
and the
I'd love to.
differences of America.
Well, we don't have utensils. We have spears. So everyone eats with giant spears, which makes it very difficult to eat your food because you have to be so far away from it. Because a spear is long. Have you ever seen a spear?
I've seen a spear.
Well, typically, they're 8 feet long.
Typically.
Typically.
Larger than the normal human.
Yeah.
Bali is full of short little shrimps, too, I will say that.
Yes.
A lot of shrimp people with hands and feet.
Yes.
Not a lot of attitude going around there.
Oh, no. We are kept to ourselves as a people. For our height is who we are.
So I always think of you in this one. This is one of the classics. Bali. The United States together at once. Far! We've been traveling far without a home, not without a star. Free, only want to be free. We held close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America. Never looking back again. They're coming to America. Home. No, it don't seem so far away. And we're traveling light today in the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm. Home. To a new and a shiny place.
Shiny place.
Make us head, we'll say our grace. It's freedom's light, it's burning warm. It's freedom's light, it's burning warm.
So warm. Oh, I wouldn't touch it. Yes, America. Aside from the legal system,
everywhere around the world,
I also appreciate
we're coming to America.
The free theaters.
Every time that flag's unfurled,
You walk in, see a picture,
they're coming to America.
walk right out.
Got a dream
Fine
to
as a
take
day.
them there. They're
Like that.
coming to
I
America.
preferred
Got a dream they'd come to share.
darker people,
They're coming to America.
black people.
They're coming to
There were plenty of
America.
theaters. I often like to
They're
see
coming to
one of
America.
the horror franchises
They're coming to America.
surrounded by them.
They're coming to
And
America
watch them
today.
point out what they should be doing in the
Today.
film. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't do that.
Today.
Makes me
Today.
happy.
Today. Everyone on your feet.
America,
My country, 'tis of thee.
tis of thee.
Sweet land of liberty.
Today, not
Of
tomorrow.
thee I sing. Of thee I sing. Today.
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 Also,
Today.
the Olympics. America has the Olympics. In Bali, we don't have the
Today.
Olympics. Simply,
Today.
we simply have the tallest man who gives us.
Today.
And that's the biggest thing we have all year.
Today.
The tallest man in town
It's
gives a
today.
speech. Doesn't matter what it's on. Could be
Today.
on an automobile that he likes.
So yeah, so that's how we met.
Mm.
Old Suntune and I, and we've been doing karaoke around the country, just giving people treats
Day in and day out.
day in, day out, winning money, teaching people how to do our thing.
Absolutely. What a ride it's been, Gus.
Who have we met along the way? So many legends.
So many Brandys and Rickies and Bobbies and Phillies.
Yeah, Karaoke. Remember when we met old
Oh,
Karaoke?
karaoke, come on.
Ooh, Electric Joe in the Fuse.
Electric Joe and the Fuse. Two
That
good
guy-
kids.
Those guys were
One guy. I forget.
Those guys were rock and roll. There was one man, and they'd rock and roll. Have a
Why did they?
my Asian friend Harry Karaoke. Remember him?
Oh, yes. He'd stick a microphone in his stomach after he was done to act as if it was a real Harry Carey.
Yeah, he was very good. Yeah, I remember that. So I guess we can go over some kind of ground rules for karaoke. I'm not sure a lot of you really know what the ins and outs are. As a karaoke legend, I like to try to spread the good faith. Rule number one, I always got to say, is you got to pick a song. It doesn't matter about your voice. Doesn't matter. See, the old Uncle Gus here's got a... He's got a bass given to him by many a mighty Apollo himself. I mean, I can bring tears to a little girl's eyes without even hitting a low, you know?
So could I. I just tell her what's happening in her life and what will happen.
But that doesn't have to be you.
No.
You gotta give it thunder. You pick a song that your heart speaks from.
Yes.
You know,
It's not about the voice. It's about the heart, and it's about the hands.
and the hands. Where are the hands? What do you do with the hands?
You grip them around the microphone. You point at people while you do it. You go, you listen. No, you listen. No, you don't listen.
Oh, you guys. A classic Suntune move is that he likes to choose his listeners.
Yes.
Which at our level is really something we've earned.
Selective listening.
Yeah, so if someone comes into a bar and I don't like the cut of their jib, I don't like the the sweat on their brow.
Exactly. He doesn't belong to hear it.
It doesn't belong to hear it, and we say, cover your fucking ears.
Yes. Well, Gus speaks in a harsher tone than I do.
Cover your fucking ears, or I'll cut your throat from ear to ear.
Yeah.
I'll watch you bleed out at the floor. I've seen my friends die. I'll watch one enemy die. No problem.
Always good to bring up your past war history when chastising someone.
And always, karaoke, bring a knife. You should always have a knife or some kind of...
I believe that's
Look, you're eating a whole egg, huh?
a whole egg.
Well,
They delivered the carton this time around. That's why a good Chinese restaurant will do whatever you want for whatever price.
Yes. Those guys will pretty much, they're looking for money.
They are
really
people defined by monetary values. And it's a reason why they've rose to fame so much.
I'll usually call them up. They say, what do you want? I say, just show up. Show up, come in my house, and I'll tell you what to do, and I'll give you some money.
And they'll do it.
And they'll do it. They don't care.
They like a buck.
They like a buck. They organize my refrigerator.
Fine by me.
Dance for me in your nudeness and show me your strength. Show me your finest strength. That's what I'll usually do. And I'll give them a tip, too. I'm a good tipper. They always come back around.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sometimes I've just got rage boiled up on me. Rage for years.
Oh, yes.
And I call up the Chinese restaurant. I say, come over. And I put on some rubber gloves. And I say, you're going to take a wrapping from me as hard as I can. And they say, of course.
As long as you tip me.
Yeah, and I'll just punch him upon the face until it looks like an old mushed up pancake.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what I'll say, come over and you'd wear this gown and call yourself Jessica. And when I hum a tune on the flute, you do as many twirls as I'd like. And then you'll receive a big tip, mister.
Yeah. What kind of tip are you going with a twirl? What is that? What are you?
Oh, that's more than merely pocket change. That is
What? Sometimes you just stop talking.
I was done. That's more than merely pocket change, is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Whatever, more than, it's not just a run of the mill.
It's not a couple of arcade quarters.
No, not arcade quarters.
Not at all.
So that's what we like to do usually. So there's some other rules for karaoke we like to always say is don't ever, if you think you're just going to show up and do Dashboard Light, any Meatloaf song,
oh no,
you're a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It's a 20-minute song and it sucks.
Probably climb back in your mother's womb and pray for forgiveness on that one. Meatloaf, especially Dashboard Light, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I like the opposite.
What do you like?
I like when someone comes in and they do a standard tale.
What do you mean a standard tale?
I like if someone says, "Officer, put on a beat."
Uh-huh.
And then you take out a book and read.
You just take out a book and read.
Yes, you go, "Officer," and the disc jockey will say, "What?" And you'll go, any person that's in a position of entertainment in Bali is called an officer.
Uh-huh.
So I go, "Officer." And they'll go, "Okay, fine." And then you go, "Drop, put on a beat, whatever you like."
Uh-huh.
What you like, so you feel good about you. And then you take out a book and you start read from it.
Huh.
I'll
That's
read
how you spend your
Don
karaoke time.
DeLillo's White Noise.
It's a great book, and I'll be honest, at our level of karaoke, again, this is respected upon.
Yes.
You can't just go out there and read a book. People aren't going to, but when you got a voice like Tune,
Yes.
people are gonna stand up and they're gonna look at you. They're gonna go, "This is huge."
Yeah. And then that's when you start pointing. You go, you listen, you take a break, you take a load off.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, we'll see.
And how does that usually turn out?
It turns out how it turns out.
That's a good one. I like sometimes you like to do
What
a
about
song.
you, Gus? Let's talk about you. This has been a Diane Sawyer 2020 with me, but what about you?
What about me? I mean, go ahead, ask me anything. I'm open book. I'll give it to anything.
What are your do's and don'ts?
My don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
My don'ts usually are don't chew on the microphone, but
Don't chew on the cord like a wild Wolverine. That's a good deal.
Well, I think I meant just the. Who gives a shit?
Did you mean chewing in general? You're referencing my lunchtime during our performance tonight.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but it's not something I care so much about for some reason.
You brought it up.
I did bring it up. It's really in people's ears. Maybe just turn the microphone off for a second. I like to go with people. Go with someone with your own voice. There's no need to try to. Don't just go with the high songs. You like the song. You got to bring it. Either bring it to you, or don't. Sometimes I like to go with a little Johnny Cash.
Oh,
a little party song.
Cash man, cash only.
Cash only. Do what comes to you. Love is a burning thing.
Burning thing.
And it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
Now, what about now? During this time,
This is
portion is
when we discuss,
yes,
politics
exactly.
and love.
Yes,
Give advice to the crowd. Like,
Right.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet. Also add in words if you want, When our hearts like fingers cheat. Who cares?
Yes.
I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I went into a ring of fire.
I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
And it burns, burns, burns.
Ring of fire. The ring of fire.
I fell into a
Burning ring of fire.
I went down, down, down.
And the flames, they got higher.
And it burns, burns, burns.
The ring of fire.
The ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns.
The ring of fire. Fire. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
Great one.
That's how you do it.
That's how you just, you bring it up, you bring it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to talk about what we did mention in the middle of the song.
Yes.
When you've got a nice interlude,
Mm-hmm.
bring
Yes.
up politics.
Yes.
Write a joke, do a bit.
Yes, that's fun.
You know what I mean? I like to do that.
Maybe notice something about the room that's interesting.
Make jokes to it.
Yes, you go, that man over there I think is fatter than he should be.
Oh boy, that's
Then
trouble.
you point to his wife and you go, oh boy, isn't she a real watermelon?
Oh yeah, what a real watermelon. What an ugly little watermelon. That shouldn't have came up. That was
That's
cheap for the
okay.
next one.
It's okay.
Do you have a preferred? I've got a lick here that I think maybe I just let. You mind if I let you just do a solo?
Oh,
on
this is good. The longer the better. And the Irish have given us quite many gifts over the years. Potatoes, green, James Joyce. But this is the greatest of all the gifts. So, ladies and gentlemen at the bar, I want some of you to start listening and others to tune out. Oh, Danny boy. The pipes are calling. Glen to Glen, down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the roses falling. Now you listen, not you. It's you, 'tis you. Must go, and I must bide. But come ye back, and summer's in the meadow. Oh, when the valleys hushed and white with snow. I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And if you come when all the flowers are dying,
like a goddamn angel.
and I am dead, you'll come and find
is where I am lying, and let's find me, and I will of me, and all my crime, sweet of me.
Women are being born from the womb.
For you will beg, tell me that you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come
to me.
for me. So, thank you, everybody at the bar. Your wife could be better.
Oh God! Every time you do a sweet one, it brings me.
It's not me. That's the Irish.
It is the Irish, but you horn them. You grab their souls and you throw them through your voice every time.
Well,
it's 1,000 angels.
Well,
1,000 angels.
I don't get a head count, but it might be close to that.
Yeah, and they're stop it.
So
this one.
now there are other things in karaoke as well. How do you pick a song? Or did we talk about that?
We are. I mean, that's literally just what we talked about.
Oh, interesting.
Well, there's karaoke. I gotta say that there is some rules when you're getting deeper into the bowels of karaoke.
And that's where you want to be.
One thing we need to bring up is territory.
Yeah. Oh.
Territory is a huge issue for me. You don't come to my bar and you don't touch Neil Diamond. Everyone knows that.
Right. Yeah.
If you touch Neil Diamond, you may find yourself hung upside down. And I don't even do it, to be honest with you.
It's an unpleasant dream to have.
I throw it to my man I throw it to my mini Chewbacca Suntune, and what he does with you physically and sexually is not up to me.
I take out the knife that I'm always carrying, as one does when they're from Bali, and I show you the knife, and you can see your reflection in the knife. And
that's the last time that body looks that way.
Yes, and I say, now, do you have any last words for you? Any last things you'd like to say to yourself? And then, as soon as you're done, I wrap you up like the spider I am.
The Spider-Man.
And I take you down.
Yeah. that's what I'm saying. So, know your surroundings. Because, if you want to do a song, you got to look around, see who the locals are. Because, I mean, we don't like kindly to people taking our Jimmy Jams and Jammy Jams.
Don't take my Jimmy Jams. You'll not like it.
Now, a lot of things, be protected out there, you know what I mean? When you have voices like this, you're going to get laid a lot. You're going to get a lot of sex.
Be prepared.
And you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared, especially if you're doing, an angel song.
Be prepared. How many children do you think you have?
Me?
Yes.
I have fathered over thousands of thousands of children that I've never ever seen again.
Yeah.
But like we said, when you get into town, you're gonna want to know your surroundings.
Yes, absolutely. Know the local hotspots.
Because you don't want to fuck with the wrong person, or you'll be in trouble. So you must always, like the Cub Scouts, you must be prepared.
Absolutely. Know who the elected officials in that town are, too. It helps with the references.
Yes. We may have picked the wrong version.
Now we are watching The Lion King.
So this was
a favorite of mine. It has one of my favorite characters, Scar.
Yes. Scar is great.
A misunderstood personality.
What do you mean he was misunderstood?
Misunderstood, I think.
Why was he misunderstood?
I think everyone disliked him when I think he was trying to do the opposite.
Still gonna try to do this one. I leave with the guy.
This is good. Also, yeah, know who's in the room. Know
See the count in the room.
There's no lyrics on it.
Go, who's a woman, who's a man? Show of hands. And then do a count on that, and then once you have that count, then you sort of know more from there what song to choose. Also pick up a local paper and go, okay, what is in the news? Have there been any outrageous deaths? Perhaps a drunk driver, perhaps a suicider. So you stay away from those topics.
Of course. Because you want to know your own. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
I've never heard this version before.
Nobody has.
Sumanakaya. What?
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata?
Yes, it's a motto.
What's our motto?
I don't. What? Now this is a good. Now what? I can't. That's right. Take Pumbaa's for example. Why, when he was a young warthog. Now you'll be Pumbaa.
When I was a young warthog.
Very nice. Thanks.
This
is me now.
Yes,
He could clear the savannah after every meal with a sensitive soul.
I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned, and it hurt that my friends never stood downwind. And know the shame.
He was ashamed.
Thought of cursing my name.
Oh, what a name.
And I am downward again.
How did you feel?
Every time that I...
Hey, Pumbaa, not in front of the kids.
Oh, sorry. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata.
Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Yeah. It's, sing it, kid.
Sing it, kid.
It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Welcome to our humble home.
You live here?
Yes, we live wherever we want.
Yup, home is where your rump rests. Ha! It's beautiful.
I'm so hungry I could eat a whole zebra.
Yes, that's just a basic... that's just a basic feeling of how we do things.
Yes.
Anthony, could you... what? I meant... Suntune.
Yes, Gus?
You've never really spoken to your family.
Oh, no, I choose not to.
What kind of family did you...
Oh, well, I had 6 mothers. I had no siblings and 6 mothers. It was a 3-person lesbian relationship.
A 3-person lesbian relationship. And how were you born?
One of my mothers was a pop singer.
One of your mothers was a pop singer? How'd they meet?
One of my mothers was a pop singer, and she fell in love with 5 of her fans that were also women. And I'm a concoction of those 6 women.
You're a concoction of
6 different females.
Actually, I think I remember that tale you told me one time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was. I believe your family met on a hot summer night. Is that true?
It was July.
It was July.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Well, I'll be your dad and you be your mom, and we'll kind of try to run through how that went.
Okay.
What
great.
do you think?
That sounds like an interesting idea.
Summer lovin' had me a blast.
Summer lovin' happens so fast.
I met a girl, tasty for me.
I met a boy, cute as can be.
Summer days drifting away to a summer night. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh huh. Now look at that fat watermelon in the back.
Oh my. You could lose a pound or 2, huh, honey?
You should have your skin ripped from your body. She swam by me. She got a cramp.
He ran by me. Got my suit damp.
I saved her life. She nearly drowned.
He showed off, splashing around. Splish splash he did.
Summer sun, women begun, but a summer night. So this is lesbian walks into a bar with a Jew.
Yes, what
And
do they say?
The bartender says, "I don't serve your kind here." And they says, "But we're just a bunch of cool cats looking to fuck." Classic.
Stop listening. Now you go.
Took a bowling in the arcade.
We went strolling, drank lemonade.
We made out under the dock.
We stayed out till 10 o'clock.
Summer fling
Thing
don't
mean
mean
a
a thing,
thing.
but on those summer nights. Hey, who's this guy who walked in? Who the fuck do you think you are, pal?
Yes, sir, your pants are too tight. You can't walk around in those.
I
It's simply atrocious.
Everyone can see you're a fine-looking cock, friend.
Who in here voted for who?
He got friendly, holding my hand.
Well, she got friendly down in the sand.
He was sweet, just turned 18.
But she was good. You know what I mean?
Summer heat, boy and a girl meet, but summer
night.
Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. Hey, who ordered the Reuben?
Did someone order a Reuben?
I got a hot Reuben for somebody, you better pick it up.
Probably that fat bitch over there. I heard that on a talk show.
It turned cooler, that's where it ends.
So I told her we'd still be friends.
Then we made our true love.
I wonder what she's doing now.
Summer dreams ripped at the seams, but Summer nights.
So thank you very much, everyone at the bar.
Yes, thank you. Well, I guess that could probably.
Do you have anything to plug?
I'd like to plug. Come down to the Handsome Clam on 43rd Street.
Oh,
It's a real great pussy joint.
that's it's
They got 2 for 1. They got 2 for 1 pussy.
it's big pussy night down at the Handsome Clam. So come on down if you'd like a big one.
Yeah, and we are only serving you free drinks for women with giant pussies.
Yes. So if you take a look in the mirror tonight and you say to yourself, "Why, that might be bigger than average," then go on the internet and try to get a gauge from other ones. Come on down to the Handsome Clam. Get yourself a free margarita.
And remember, if you got a small pussy, don't show up. Small pussy nights on Tuesday.
And that's Tuesday. So once again, maybe take a compact mirror, whatever you have, or a ruler, and give it a good measure, and maybe email a friend and go, "Hey, I'm just saying, what's yours about?"
Yeah, and also they've got
I think they've also got half-price wings. So, don't come if you're not a wing lover.
So I guess we'll just close this one out. One last time, what do you say for old friend? One last time before we go.
One big grand finale. You ever been to the 4th of July?
Oh, I've been there.
Yes. That's what they do. They do a bunch, and then they do a big firework at the end. And everyone goes, "Oh." So, what's everyone's first name? But not you. I don't like to talk to ugly people.
I'm not that ugly, man. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, I suppose if you couldn't see that well, or if you had a severe eye injury, you would think that, but you're very ugly.
You say was a pot house broken into two. Sleepless nights. Losing ground, I'm reaching for you. You. Feeling